fucking going tonight, did ya? I'm a little late, but because I was doing shit. It's New Year's Eve. What do you expect? Well, it's New Year's now. It's fucking 3 a.m. here. It's fucking 4 a.m. where I live. So yeah, here we are. But yeah, it's 2024. So how was 2023? Let's recap the last year. So there was some good. There was definitely some good, but we'll get to that in a minute. I want to talk about some of the negatives first, because there were definitely some negatives this year. First, we'll start with some of the not as important stuff, but that's maybe annoying. Obviously, one of my regular commenters went fucking nuts and tried to go after my channel. It was weird. And there was a little bit of drama from it. Wasn't fun. It got really fucking annoying. At the end of the day, it's whatever. But that was fucking frustrating, right? There were a couple of periods on the channel where I had a couple of strikes, so I actually was pretty active on Rumble this year in comparison to other years. Because I've had the Rumble, I think, for 3 years, I guess 4 now. I think I started it in 2020. I'm not sure. But 2023 definitely had the most Rumble uploads, even though I didn't upload that much to it after a minute. Yeah, Happy New Year, Dim. How you doing? But yeah, then there was the strikes, and there was the insane chatter. But those aren't the worst things that happened to me this year. The worst things that happened to me this year is both of my grandmas died in 2023. Both of them. Not that far apart either. Just a few months apart from each other. And it was tough. It's the closest deaths I've had to me. It was interesting. Two very different types of funerals we had for them. One of them didn't want a funeral, so we had a celebration of life instead. And the other one had a more traditional Mormon funeral, which there's a lot of issues with the way that the Mormon church does funerals. Like, the bishop was a fucking prick to my family about it. Like, able to still make a good service out of it. But, like, one of the first things they tell you is, this is a church meeting. It is not your service. It's like, fuck you. So that was a big thing. And he was just kind of a prick. But like I said, we made do. We actually made a really good service despite that. My mom and my aunts and uncles put their foots down on a few things and wouldn't give him any headway. So at the end of the day, we made it the service we wanted to make it. Like I said, the other grandma just had a celebration of life. She didn't want a funeral. So she just had a very casual, like, thing where we just kind of talked about her and kind of got to see what her life was like, that kind of thing, right? Just, again, celebration of life. It's in the name. So yeah, those were the two biggest downers this year for me, were both my grandma's deaths. That said, Christmas, because of that, was different, obviously. Like, we still went to both sets of grandparents' houses, but now it's just grandpa's houses, right? On Christmas Eve, one grandpa joined us for the Christmas Eve stuff we did at the other grandpa's house. There's been other drama and stuff going on around Christmas that kind of makes me sad too, but I'm not going to get into it. But there has been some other drama that's a little bit upsetting. But yeah, that's all the negative stuff for the most part, right? Let's talk about some positives, because there's been plenty of positives both in my life and on the channel this year. My friend Rem started working with me. and things have been going really well with that. Sometimes he does some things that annoy me a little bit, but he's definitely good to have as a supervisor alongside me because me and him are both supervisors, and we watch after people in the warehouse. So that's good. We've been watching the show Succession, and we watched all of Peep Show, so that was cool. Which, by the way, Succession and Peep Show have the same creator. They're two very different shows, but let's see. On the channel, I hit a million views in 2023, so that was pretty cool. But to answer your question, Super Gaming, my day off is going fine. I had a good day today. But we'll get to today in a minute. I wanna talk about the year. Recap it as best I can. There were other little dramas and stuff that we've started. Trolling. Turned out that we decided to squash the beef on some of it. I won't go into detail on that because since we squashed the beef on that one, I'm not going to bring that one up again. But there was other trolling that we obviously did with the Cucumber Clan and Jesse Coffee that was really fun. Obviously, the Malachi videos were fun to do a couple of them. We didn't do a ton of Malachi content this year, but I did a little bit here and there. Mainly because Malachi doesn't really upload anymore. We made, I think, the best Sergeant Friends episode, Sausage Seth, which was, it wasn't even one of the fully scripted ones. It was actually done in the normal method, where we come up with an idea, do a practice run, and then do a real run. Steven joined us in Sergeant Friends for the Christmas special this year. Although it uploaded technically the day after Christmas, because it uploaded, early morning, late night. Other than that, we're currently at 1,700 subscribers, a little over that. I think 1,750 something. Other than that, this has been sort of this year's been a renaissance of edited content on the channel, where I've gotten back into the groove. There was a few weeks where I would do an edited video every single night that week. That was fun. I've done some more creepypasta readings. I've gotten back in the swing of reviews. And most notably, it has been a Go Nagai renaissance, where I have uploaded a good amount of Go Nagai content just in the last couple of months. So that's been fun. Other than that, let's see. I did plenty of good streams this year. Obviously, I won't have access to Steam anymore when I get home until I get Windows 10. If that happens, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. I don't want to do it right now, but we'll see if I change my tune at some point, because it is a lot of games that I want to play. And I only played Postal 2 the one time. I want to play more of that. So again, we'll see what I actually decide to do with the computer. But let's see. Guess I could talk more directly about the last couple of days. Not at home right now, as you may have noticed. We're visiting a friend, and for New Year's. So we drove up here. It was a very, very long drive. I won't say exactly how long, but it was a very, very long drive. Happy as well because my videos are doing well. I didn't even know you had videos, Super Gaming. But anyway, we drove up here. We're out of state right now. I think I mentioned before that we're in Idaho, but if I didn't, now you know. I live in Utah, currently in Idaho. Won't say where in either of those states, but it's really foggy here. Like a lot of fog. I love it. I love fog. Like the last couple of nights, it's been super foggy up here. But yeah, we're staying at a hotel. We're in a really nice room. Like this room is basically two rooms. My brother's in the other part of the room. Like you go through the bathroom and it leads into a different bedroom that's just as big as this one. It's crazy how fucking huge this room is. It's cool. It's really cool. Um, let's see. So what we've done to well, we've been up here celebrating New Year's. We went to an arcade tonight. Uh, Played a bunch of cool arcade games. There was an Initial D game that they had there. And there's a Injustice game that they have that gives you cards when you win. I can show you the cards, as a matter of fact. I have them. Hold on. All right. So it's an Injustice game, which, is like Mortal Kombat, but with DC characters. I got Lex Luthor, which is the first card I got, which he's a boss character, so really he was the only one I needed because he's fucking stacked. Like, all of his stats are maxed out. He's fucking overpowered as shit. But you can't use a team because it's a game where you fight with teams of three. Is it like Pokemon cards? I mean, no, it's cards for an arcade game that prints out cards that have like a scan code at the top. So it's like that TurboGrafx 16 card game with X-Men, kind of. But then we got Green Arrow. I only used a few of these because, anyways, the teams of three. When you have a boss card, you can only use one apparently. So most of the matches, I just used the one. But there was a couple that I did use some of the cards I have. And then we got the Flash. Scorpion from Mortal Kombat itself, because he is in the Injustice game as well. And then we got Sinestro. We got Bane. Black Adam. Catwoman. And we got a foil version of the Flash. So there you go. There's the cards I won from that arcade game. There's also, we got tickets, although they don't do physical tickets anymore. You get them on a card that also replaces the tokens, right? Because you scan the card and you put money on it, and that's how you play the machines. And then it also is where you get your tickets. This is one of the things I got with my tickets, a JoJo energy drink. Very similar to the Dragon Ball Z one I got, the Spirit Bomb energy drink. This one's called Stand Power. I have not drank it yet, but I'll probably put it in the next snack review. God knows when I'll finish that because I record those in segments and then I upload them months and months later. But let's see. Other than that, mainly just hanging out with the friend that we came up here to visit. We've eaten at a couple of cool places. We had pizza tonight. We had breakfast at this place where I had this crab and mushroom omelet that was really good. And what's up, King Arjun Reviews? How you doing? My voice is mostly normal now. Like I said, you can still kind of hear a little bit of raspiness, but I can't tell if that's real or if subconsciously I'm still doing it because I can feel that there's still a little bit of mucus. Like if I honestly try to talk normal, I might just sound more normal. I don't know. I can't tell if that makes a difference if I put more energy into it. I don't fucking know. Point is, my voice is basically back to normal. It'll probably be back to normal like tomorrow or the next day. But Haven't obviously played any video games or anything up here on stream. We did bring up one of the Xboxes, but we've just used it for Blu-ray, really. To be fair, it took us a while. My voice sounds a lot better than before, yeah? Like when I was putting more energy into it, it does? Or you're just saying I sound better in general today than I did the last few days when I sounded like absolute ass? Because obviously the second one's true. I'm just curious about the first one there. Let's see. As far as what I have planned for 2024, right? Just more of the same. More of the same content. More Go Nagai content, more creepypastas, more gameplay streams, more Red Eye Raw like this. I actually did like a really short Red Eye Raw when I came up here. I went to bed a hell of a lot earlier last night than I normally do. I fell asleep like right after that stream. No, I think I watched an episode of The Simpsons after that and then went to sleep. But I'm not going into work tomorrow. Well, obviously I'm not tomorrow, but I'm not going into work Tuesday either. So depending on whether we decide to leave here tomorrow or Tuesday will determine whether or not I stream or upload anything on Tuesday. I still might do a stream. Sorry, not Tuesday. No, yeah, Tuesday. I mean, granted, since either way, if we go back Tuesday, I'll probably do a stream late at night. But if I get back earlier in the day Tuesday, if we leave tomorrow and then I'm there, we might do a daytime stream Tuesday because I already took it off work and I'm using vacation time for it, so might as well enjoy it. Let's see. Really, I think I've covered most of it, right? Most of what happened this year. Anything else notable? Like I said, we did a bit of trolling. We like to do a little trolling. There were some unfortunate things that happened in my life, as well as on the channel. One thing with Rumble, right? So with Rumble, like I said, I did upload to Rumble a lot more this last year than I have the previous years. But one problem with it is the fucking Rumble YouTube sync, where it like connects your YouTube videos and just automatically uploads them to Rumble. That kept having issues, so it's not synced up right now. I might try to resync it again at some point. It's just really frustrating that like it'll upload for a couple of days and then after that it'll just randomly pick and choose which content goes up. BitChute I did upload to a few times, this last year. I remember my reading of Diary of a Supreme Gentleman, which is a Rumble and BitChute exclusive. It's not going on YouTube for very obvious reasons. But my reading of that, I was originally planning to read the whole thing, but I've only done the one reading so far. So I need to get back into that at some point. Let's see. For Christmas, we watched 8 Crazy Nights. I actually watched it twice this year. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that already. I watched it once for Red Eye Theater, and then we watched it once with my family. Red Eye Theater's also picked up a lot this year. We've done a lot of Red Eye Theater, which maybe isn't the best content to watch on YouTube. On Rumble, it's a little bit better, but honestly, the best way is if you're there in the Discord when we're doing it. But I try my best to make the commentary entertaining with Red Eye Theater. But at the end of the day, I do it for me. Like, if someone wants to join in and enjoy it, great. If not, then whatever. Other than that, let's see. I'm getting kind of tired, I'm not gonna lie. But I got my friend playing Yik. obviously, that's been going on. You know, I did all the Yick. So yeah, Yick content was a big thing this year, right? My coming to actually really appreciate Yick as a good game was a recent discovery in 2023 because I played through it in 2022. And then in 2023 is when I grew to actually love it and realized that my love for it was actually genuine and not ironic. I did a whole video on it, and I did several videos, and then I got to level 999 in Yick, and I'm the first person to do that without save states, so that's really cool. Or not save states, save editing. I did not use save editing, so that's pretty cool. I got to level 999. It took quite a few playthroughs, as you can imagine, but that was cool. The Yick update, incidentally, the new trailer they did today says spring 2024. So sometime in the spring, I guess, is when it'll come out. I wonder if it's going to come out on one of the date. It's going to come out on April 4th, isn't it? It's going to come out on April 4th. I'm willing to bet you it comes out on April 4th. That'd be really funny. I bet you that's what they do. We'll see, though. Maybe I'm wrong. But spring 2024, I'm looking forward to it. And if you guys don't know why April 4th would be funny, then you obviously haven't played Yick to the extent... I mean, I don't blame most people for not playing it to the extent that I have. But April 4th is when the game starts, like, in storyline. Alex arrives home on April 4th, 1999. So I'm willing to bet that April 4th is maybe the date they're shooting for, but that's just a guess. But yeah, obviously, like I said, I'm reading Abashiri Family. I'll review that when I finish it. Got some other Gonagai manga I gotta read. I hope everyone has a good year. I hope this year's better than last. Again, with two pretty major deaths, both my grandmas this last year. I'm willing to bet 2024 will be better, but who knows? Maybe the world will fucking end and like we'll get like nuked into oblivion and everything will be awful. Who knows? I am a jaded and cynical asshole, so I'm certainly open to the possibility that it's somehow a worse year, you know? Like that Eric Idle song says in that Rudolph movie, remember it can always be worse. Which, granted, is supposed to be positive. Because, you know, you're saying, remember it can always be worse than it is now. But that's also a scary thought when you think about it, you know what I mean? Especially since we're going into an election year, so that'll be spicy, won't it? Shit's gonna be real interesting with that, isn't it? Oh boy. Oh boy. In 2022, we bought a house. We were still in it for 2023, and we'll still be in it for 2024. Who's lived in the house has changed a couple of times this year. One of my brothers moved out, and my cousin moved in, and the friend that was living with us moved out. I've been making a lot of videos on music games, like rhythm games, or like music in games, or like I assume you mean like or I guess it doesn't have to be rhythm games. It could be shit like Rock Band, right? Or like Guitar Hero. Although, are those rhythm games? Yeah, I don't know. I guess when you make in a literal sense, I guess they are, right? Yeah, no, they literally are. But you also could, I guess, be talking about shit like, you know, Parappa the Rapper or like those kind of rhythm games is what I was meaning when I said rhythm. PlayStation 1 and 2. What, so you playing like Parappa the Rapper? But yeah, I plan on playing more LSD. That might be what I do when I get back home. I want to get back into reading Godzilla NES. I want to finish that. I only got 3 chapters left, right? Exodus, Zenith, and Epilogue. Those are the 3 that are left. I'll probably title my readings of Godzilla NES a little differently than some people do, because a lot of people will call Chapter 8 finale and then call epilogue, but I'll probably just do like Godzilla NES Chapter 8 Zenith and then Godzilla NES Epilogue or something, just so people don't think that Zenith is the ending of it, because there is the epilogue. Let's see. Sorry, my beard hair is like driving me nuts because there's like one like stray hair here. Oh, one thing I will bring up here. There's this really cool video rental store, like a place where you go to rent videos. Now, they sell a few of them, but not everything in there is for sale. And I mentioned this on the Discord, but they have, DVD, VHS, Blu-ray, they have all of them. And the VHS that they have is they have a lot of cool VHSs that are obscure. Like, they have Violent Jack, Hell's Wind, and then they have, like, New Cutie Honey, and they have the Guyver OVAs. So that's really cool. I asked if they sold those ones. They don't, which, I guess that's to be expected. But it was really cool. I took some video footage of the actual rental store. I'll probably upload it on my next collection update. I like your video on JVK116Z.ESP back in the day. I actually thought that was a real mod. Yeah, no, it sounds believable. And the thing is, people did make a real mod of it later. There currently is a real mod of JVK. But obviously it wasn't real when the story was written. But people later, like fans, made it into a real mod now. Like, people have recreated it. I'm also thinking of making my own creepypasta. Might be kind of fun. Granted, I've talked about this before. Me and Corbin both kind of want to write and also co-write some creepypastas. But it'll be a while until we do that. Yeah, let's hope that this year is better. And, I guess one thing I would say to everyone, right, is, this is very generic advice that you probably all hear tons of times, but appreciate what you got, because, you'll miss it when it's gone. And, it sucks to take things for granted. No, this trip's been fun. It was a good idea. I don't leave the state all that much, right? Like, I don't travel a lot, and I'm pretty fucking antisocial, as we've discussed. So it was cool to come up here. I guess I have done 3 major trips in the last few years where I've left the state, right? Because I went to Vegas in 2020. No, wait, no, it was 2021. I went to Vegas in 2021. I went to Colorado in 2022. And in 2023, and then now technically it's 2024. 3 big trips. I actually had a bunch of footage and shit for my Colorado trip that I meant to upload, right? But I never fucking did. And now that I've switched back phones because it's broken on that, I don't know if I can do a creepypasta on Chisu. That wouldn't be a very good creepypasta. That'd be like a shit post. That'd be a troll pasta. I mean a genuine one. Because Chisu's horrifying elements aren't good story writing. It's actually kind of the opposite. I do plan to do a game on a game review of Alex Jones's game. I also plan to do a book review of Hulk Hogan's book. I just need to get around to doing those. Maybe I'll record those when I get back. But at the end of the day, I hope you guys had a good new year. I hope 2024 is good for all of us, and I hope we all succeed and get what we want and what we need. And at the end of the day, that's all I can do, right? Anyway, I'm getting fucking tired. I'm rambling. I'm probably going to wrap this up. So I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Happy 2024. And see you on the flip side, dude meisters. Not